When our great scientist, Dr. Robert Millikan, was young and very poor, he set a goal for himself, condensing his dream of greatness and security into a simple statement. He silently repeated the thought over and over again. This he did until the feeling of greatness and security crowded all other thoughts out of his consciousness. These are his words: I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. As I have said repeatedly, everything depends upon your attitude towards yourself. That which you will not affirm as true of yourself cannot develop in your life. Dr. Millikan wrote his dream of greatness and security in the first person, present tense. He did not say, I will be great, or I will be secure, implying that he was not great and secure. Instead, he made his future dream a present fact by saying, I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. If you seek to realize your future dream, it must become a present fact in your mind. You must experience in imagination what you would experience in reality if you had achieved your goal. For the soul, imagining itself into a situation takes on the result of that imaginary act. If it does not, the goal remains unfulfilled. The purpose of this teaching is to stir the highest in you to confidence and self-assertion. The command constantly given us in Scripture is to arrive. If we are to understand the reason for this, we must recognize that the universe, understood internally, is an infinite series of levels, and man is what he is according to where he is in that series. As we lift up our consciousness, our world reshapes itself in harmony with the level to which we have risen. One whose prayer has been granted rises from his prayer a better man. To change your present state, you, like Dr. Millikan, must rise to a higher level of consciousness. This rise is accomplished by affirming that you already are what you want to be, and assuming the feeling of your fulfilled desire. The drama of life is a psychological one, brought about by your attitude rather than by your acts. There is no escape from your present predicament other than a radical psychological transformation. Everything depends upon your attitude towards yourself as that which you will not affirm as true of yourself will not develop in your life. It is my belief that all men can change the course of their lives. I believe that Dr. Millikan's technique of making his desire a present fact is of great importance. His high purpose was to be of mutual benefit, which is inevitably the goal of us all. It is much easier to imagine the good fall than to be purely selfish in our imagining. By our imagination, we can change our future unto the man of high purpose. This is a natural measure. If you are observant, you will notice the swift echo or response to your every mood and key it to the circumstances of your daily life. When you understand the relationship between circumstances, you will know that everyone you meet is part of yourself. In the creation of a new life, you must begin with a change of mood, which opens the door to a higher level. Start now to mold your life around a community of high mood. Individuals as well as communities grow spiritually in proportion to their higher ideals. If your ideal is low, you sink to its depth. But if it is exalted, you are elevated to heights unimagined. You must keep a high mood if you would walk with the highest. All forms of creative imagination imply elements of feeling, for it is the ferment without which no creation is possible. There is nothing wrong with the desire to transcend your present state. The world would not progress without man's dissatisfaction with himself. It is natural to seek a more beautiful personal life. It is right to wish for greater understanding, health, and security. You must assume that you already are what you hope to be and live as though you were. You must know, like Dr. Millikan did, that your assumption, though false to the outer world, will harden into fact by your persistence.